Well, welcome back, folks, to Dad Joke Dave's music class. We're going to continue on tonight looking at the modes in the key of G major. This is the second part of our series on what is a key, and we've chosen the guitar-friendly key of G major. And tonight we're going to look at mode 5. What do I mean by mode 5? Well, that's the fifth note in the G major scale. Let's see if I can count up to 5. G, A, B, C, D is the fifth note in the G major scale. If I go through the G major scale, beginning and ending on D, I get D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D. So yes, it's not quite a D major scale, is it? Let's have a look and see what it is on our whiteboard. I've written here, D is the first note of the scale, D to E is the second note in the scale. That's, we're calling the interval between D and E a major second. D to F sharp is a third, a major third. It's a major third interval there between D and F sharp. D to G is a fourth, or we've been talking about a perfect fourth. D to A is a perfect fifth, same in the minor. D to B is a major sixth. Now here it is, folks, D to C is a flattened seventh. Why is this a flattened seventh, Dave? Well, because in the D major scale that needs to be a C sharp. If I flatten C sharp, guess what? It becomes a C, so we're calling that a flattened seventh. And taking us to the D octave, the eighth note of the scale is D. The distance between two Ds is, those two Ds is an octave. Somewhere over the rainbow, if you remember that. Okay, it's also called the dominant seventh scale. Why? Well, let's have a look at what chord we formed this week from this mode. Keep in mind that I'm trying to give us a look into the most commonly used and important modes. What I mean by that is that the D Mixolydian is used by a lot of blues players and jazz players. And let's see what chord we get anyway, going up in thirds. D, F sharp, A, C spells a D7 chord. You heard me come in on that D7 chord. Could be blues, couldn't it? And when you use the Mixolydian in a blues progression, all of a sudden your playing becomes a lot more melodic. It takes you out of those blues sounds and those box shapes, and it takes you out into another place. So I'll just try and demonstrate a little bit of that on my guitar, just to yeah. Okay, so that was combining the two modes together over a D7, or you're hearing me extend that to a D9. Okay, fantastic. So, what's important then with the modes is not just being able to play them. It's not a guitar lesson, but, you know, and I like learning all these things in triplets. For those budding musos out there, here it is in triplets. There you go. So that's one way of breaking up the scale and making it sound a little bit bluesier. There you go. So you're hearing those triplets a lot in the Mixolydian combined with the D minor blues. Remember last week we were talking about Carlos combining the A Dorian with the A blues. He found a black magic woman, remember. Now, okay, so what we're going to do now is have a listen to the sound of that mode, and this is the part where which I like to call test the teacher, and we're going to see if I can sing the D Mixolydian. La 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 la. Getting a bit up there in my range, but it's so important to know the sound of these modes. Let's do that again, just because I want you to understand how important this is to know the sound of this mode. So it's a major scale. What is it? A major scale with a flattened seventh. If that was a C sharp, that would then just simply make it a D major scale. So here it is again. La 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 la. And I would be playing that over a D7. If I was a blues man, I might turn that D7 into a D9. There it is, folks. Okay, so keep playing, keep listening. That doesn't matter what instrument you're on. You can play this mode by simply playing a G major scale, which are the notes G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and coming up to the fifth note and playing a major scale with a flattened seventh. That's it. Here's the major scale again on G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Go to the fifth note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is D, and then play the D Mixolydian, which is the D major scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, with a C natural, which is your flattened seventh. Notice there's a tone between the C and the D at the end of the scale. And of course, as I keep saying, the Americans like to call this a dominant seventh scale. Okay, now, why did the jelly baby want to go to the university? So that he could become a smarty. See you all next week. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Welcome back, folks, to Dad Joke Dave's homework section. Now, once again, I'd like you to go to our website, which is on the screen, and download the homework for this week for lesson 6, and you will hear the chords that you will be playing the D Mixolydian mode over, which you can once again play, or even better, sing the sound of that mode over the chord progressions that you'll find on the files. So get going with that and keep playing, but by all means, importantly, keep listening and study that mode out. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.